Hi everyone, I'm James. I want to show you a top tip that will help students to prepare for extended writing. I found it really useful for students who are very visual with their learning, and it gives them a way of organising and preparing their knowledge so that they can capture all the good things they've learned and get that down in a piece of extended writing. So the first thing I get students to do is just to write down everything that they've learnt about the topic. So really simple example, just to get the point across. Say you're doing a piece of writing, why my holiday was the best. So you'd get them to write down every bit of knowledge or vocabulary they've got about that topic. So once they've got that down on paper, the next thing is to get them to categorise their learning in preparation for writing in paragraphs. So you get the students to look at what they've written and think about which words go together. So clearly croissant, if we circle that, and spaghetti, having something in common. And then you might be thinking that scuba diving and surfing have activities maybe, and then as a student you might be thinking, well, lakes, kind of like scenery, I might go with waterfall. And you continue this process until you've got all of the knowledge that you've put down on paper. You've got it all categorized in a really nice kind of visual way, and students always enjoy doing this no matter what age they are, and so they've got them in groups, and then they're ready for to plan that out on a planning wheel. So they take kind of blank version of one of these, and then the idea is then that they look back at their words and they look at the colours. So we've got croissant, spaghetti and curry. So we know that is all to do with food. And then just when we know we're going to write a paragraph about food, we know that we're going to mention croissants and the spaghetti and the curry, and then we know we're not going to miss anything out. Then we might look back and look at mountains, lakes, forest and waterfall, and we know that those four things, we think we're going to write about those four things, and we're going to make sure that we write a good paragraph about the scenery. And when we do, we don't want to miss out on writing about the waterfalls and the mountains and the lakes and the forests. So when we've completed this planning wheel, then it should look something like this. So we remember putting at the centre the key question, or whatever you're writing about, why my holiday was the best. And all of those bits of information are now categorized in segments, and each of them have a kind of big point. So we know we're going to write about food, and we know because obviously food being the most important part of a holiday, after we've done an introduction, we're going to write about food next. And then because we've planned it all out, we can then think that the food came with the entertainment, so that paragraph leads on to paragraph 3, so we'll number that, we'll write about the entertainment. Then we might write about the scenery, and then we're going to write about the beach. And then because the beach was where we did our activities, that paragraph leads nicely into the activities, and we're going to finish with a conclusion, which may be the best thing about the holiday to round off that piece of writing. So I hope that's useful, a visual tip for preparing students for extended writing, and I hope it helps.
Rise and shine.